Hello YouTube, top tier gaming here with GTA Online. Right now, I'm swimming around in scuba gear right behind the back of El Rubio's mansion on Cayo Perico, and I'm about to rob it. That brings me to my point. In today's video, I'll be doing an in-depth tutorial and breakdown for the Cayo Perico heist. Almost everything you can do in this heist, you can do solo. You can do it. Actually, you can do everything solo, though there are a few things you can do that require two people or more to make extra money. But for the most part, you can do pretty much everything in this video solo. I found that when I'm doing this solo, I typically make around 1.5 mil, though it depends depending on what your primary target is, but usually I make 1.5 mil or so from this heist. I'm also going to be doing everything in this heist completely stealth, because if you get shot, it'll be a lot harder to do this mission, and you can make a lot more money stealth. Everything in this heist you can do stealth, at least in the finale. When you first spawn into GTA Online after the update, you'll spawn right next to the Music Locker Club, which is right behind the Diamond Casino Resort. You just head into this door right here, with the icon, the weird icon above it, or whatever, that sign right there. I can't show you the cutscene that it puts you into after you find your contact inside the club, because there's copyrighted music inside the club that I forgot to mute when I was recording this. To start the heist, you next need to go to Warstock Cash and Carry and purchase the Kosatka submarine, which is based on the Russian Delta III class ballistic missile sub. For cosmetics, you can just get whatever you want. I just decided to keep the default paint job because that's what real subs have, and for the flag, I just went with the Russian flag because that's what the real life sub would have had. So I changed it to the American flag later after recording this. The sonar station I think is free for, I got it for free, but it should be free for Prime Gaming users. The only other things I would recommend getting are the missile station and the Sparrow as the moon pool vehicle, because that'll help with the setups, and maybe the missiles as well. After you do the Cayo Perico heist for the first time, when you scout out the island, you have to steal a smuggler's plane. It usually is in either Polito Bay or Grapeseed, so I'd recommend moving your sub there when you start the heist mission. After you grab the plane, this part me and my friends found kind of annoying and confusing. Though once you figure out what you're doing, it's not that hard. Unlike in most missions where you have to fly through a yellow circle in the sky somewhere, this time there is no yellow circle. You pretty much have to rely completely on the indicator on the yellow dot that tells you whether you're too high or too low for it to trigger. It usually triggers when the plane is on the second bar for the altitude indicator. Well, the first one above the large bar at the bottom. And there we go, it worked. Getting past this checkpoint, which you have to get past anytime you're doing the mission to get to the tower, you actually have to just go through this gate right here. The minimap actually isn't correct. It shows that there's a camera blocking it, but the camera doesn't actually cover that area. After that, you just need to walk past one other guard that walks by the control tower, the lookout tower, and then you're good. After you complete the hack at the communications tower, just head over to the north dock here on the map and take a picture of like those boats, I think, over there to get it as a infiltration point and exit point. I'd also check the area around this dock for some extra loot that you can steal during the heist. Especially if you're doing this solo, because you can't get any of the loot except for a few paintings in El Rubio's office that are inside the compound. While you're here at the North Dock, you're also going to want to grab a boat from right over here before moving on to the next point you need to scope out, because you need a boat to get there unless you want to swim around the entire island. After you grab a boat, just head over to the backside of El Rubio's mansion right here on the map. And then you just swim or jump off the boat and swim underwater. Look for like a underwater tunnel similar to the underwater tunnel by Humane Labs. After you get close enough, it will automatically say point scoped underwater tunnel or something along those lines, so you don't need to take a picture of it. It's right here, and it should be, you should see a car, an underwater car wreck or something nearby as well to help find it. For the preps you have to do, the entrance vehicle you should use is the Kosatka. You just need to do the one prep for that where you board the Meriwether submarine. For equipment, you don't really need the charges, just get the fingerprint cloner and the cutting torch and either the save codes or the glass cutter. Weapons, the best weapons are the crack shot and the saboteur if you're doing this stealth. I'd also recommend getting suppressors. For disruption, the only thing you really need is armor if you're doing this stealth. If you're doing it loud, get all of them. When you first exit the tunnel, you first want to head up these stairs right here and knock this dude out right here. He often drops a key card, but this time he didn't. Next, you're going to go back down these stairs and climb up this second set of stairs right here and kill these two guards at the end of the hallway. Me and my friend had to time this because we were doing it on free aim because we accidentally set it to free aim, but you can do this solo on auto aim pretty easily by just auto aiming onto one, shooting that guy in the head, and then just loading the rest of your mag into the other guy by auto aiming onto him again. But in free aim, you're much less likely to do that successfully. After you kill those two, something I like to do is to head under this thing right here, this shelter, because don't go in front of it because there's a camera. This is another guard pair, but after you kill, sometimes when you kill these two guards, they drop a key, not a key card, just a regular key, which will be of help later on in the video. After you kill those two, you're gonna want to head back this way. The reason why I didn't go this way first, or I killed the guards back there first, is because of this juggernaut that occasionally goes by, so I like to wait till it passes. In the meantime, I kill a different guard. After that, you kill the guard I just killed, but you have to wait till he's past the camera. After this, you might want to consider killing the guy roaming around here because he can be annoying when trying to escape if you don't already kill him. And here he is. And he's down. We wanted to wait till he was out of sight of this other guard just to be safe. Next, you're going to want to kill the El Rubio's personal guards if you don't already have a key. If you have a key, just head down to the underground tunnel, which I'm about to pass. It's directly below this set of stairs. I recommend starting with that guy, because if you don't already have a key, because then you can access the other guards. There's occasionally a jug that walks over here, though, if you didn't already kill him. Though, he's not really a juggernaut, he only has a minigun. He has regular armor. So be careful with that jug. Next, you're just going to want to come over here. knock this guy out. After that, you should just go up here, up to El Rubio's office. There's a guard that will come down here. Wait till he comes down. And then you can go in here. You have to go in here anyway if you want to get a second key card, and there's a safe where you can get more money, and there's sometimes paintings here as well. It will be a bit longer to hack the door open, but you don't need a key to unlock this area. And you can get some more money. The glass cutter operates in basically the same way as the laser drill from the Silent and Sneaky Casino Heist. Pretty easy, you just need to watch the bar in the corner above the lives and the loot bag. And just make sure it doesn't overheat, just like with the laser drill. Whether you're escaping through the elevator or the underground gate / tunnel or whatever, it's fairly similar. In this case, I just have to go down the stairs right here. This way actually makes it a little bit easier after you hack. The hack is a little hard because you have an easier time killing this guy right here because you can just shoot him through the gate from behind. But if you go through the sewer tunnel, which is, or the tunnel, the underground tunnel, which the stairs I just climbed over is directly above the tunnel. It's a bit harder because you have to shoot him from the front. After you escape the compounds, you first want to just run over here and knock out this guy over by the bike behind the tree. Next, you just want to go toward the gate. I wouldn't recommend using the SMG to kill that guy. Use the pistol because it'll be less likely to alert the two back there, and you just auto-aim onto them like this. Or you coordinate if you're doing it with frame with someone else. I just like to auto-aim onto one and then I auto-aim onto the other. I'd recommend grabbing a bike, at least for the first part, and heading off into the woods right here. Because then El Rubio will get into his annoying Valkyrie and will start looking for you on the island. Usually I end up crashing at some point in the woods, at which point I would consider just walking because it'll be a pain in the ass to get back up. See? And I crashed. Whatever you do, make sure you keep an eye out on the map for El Rubio's chopper. He pretty much always heads straight up to the north at the very beginning, toward the airfield, but he usually comes back down towards the north, or the main dock, where we're gonna escape. This is where I recommend going to grab loot if you're solo, because you, aside from like one painting in El Rubio's office, you can't really, oh, and the safe in El Rubio's office, you can't really grab anything in the compound. Though there's usually some cash and a weed in here. First, I like to just kill that guy, and then shoot the camera. There's usually some weed or cash in the shack I just passed. I will go and grab that in a sec. Next, I just like to head over here and go through the bushes and then just knock out this guy over by the crane. You pretty much have to do this if you want to escape the island stealth, because he'll spot you after you grab a boat on your way out. There are two enemies you have to deal with, or three enemies, two groups of enemies that are pretty annoying to deal with. First, there's this one guy who's over by that other building right here. He's pretty annoying because he has a really long vision cone, and I just dealt with him. Just kind of hard to deal with. There's this guy on the pier by himself, or dock, just shoot him, or knock him out. He's by himself, but be careful. Make sure you shoot him from an angle where the other two won't see him. Or, yeah. There's some more loot right next to me. I recommend shooting that guy as well. And there's some loot right in front of us. Yeah, that's where... Yeah, there's usually some loot right here behind that gate I just passed. Just like kill this guy over here as well, just to be safe. I recommend waiting till he's as far forward as possible, that guy, as close to this gate right here before you kill him, because then a watcher will spot him. If you want to open up and grab that loot in there, you need 2 people. I showed you earlier in the video how to grab it. The final enemies I like to kill are these 2. Make sure you get right up behind them right here. The vision cones are kind of annoying and confusing, but yeah, you can just get right next to them. Make sure you're at that angle so they don't just fall into the water and then they alert everyone because you can't kill them. So they're like in the water or something. And then you should be able to just either grab the boat or grab your loot in peace. After you grab all the loot you want, or if you're just going, after you kill the enemies I mentioned, you can just grab a boat and then you can just drive out. Be careful though, because there is like a few patrol boats just roaming around the island, and you also have to look out for El Rubio's helicopter. Though, at this point it doesn't really matter if you get detected, because you can just get on the boat and drive away. And that's that. There's the heist. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry this video took so long to release. I was on vacation for winter break, as well as I had to catch up on some schoolwork as well. If you enjoy my video, leave a like. If you enjoy my content, subscribe. If you have any other tips and strategies, comment down below, please. And as always, see you in the next one.